Good evening, good evening. Let's see here. How to control this thing. Okay. Hello, good evening. Qigong time again. I set up another new machine, so we'll see how this goes. YouTube was complaining about the resolution. We'll see. We'll see. Let me know. Hopefully it sounds good. Hopefully it looks good. And hopefully we can all enjoy flapping around like birds. We'll do the warm-ups, then do some movement details, then practice the form together. So starting out with warm-ups, the waist rotations. Movement is higher up than the hip rotations, so at the level of the belly button or even a little higher, gauging the core, making circles while the head is still, feet are still. Then massaging up and down, and massaging left and right, and then waist rotations in the other direction. Feeling the weight shift around on the bottom of the feet as we make the circles. Head is anchored, Bai Hui, reaching up into the sky. And then palm over palm, lagong over lagong into middle dantian massage. Massaging the chest. Switching which hand is on top and massaging in the other direction. Then bring the feet shoulder wide, fingers into Huan Tiao or palms at Huan Tiao for hip rotations. The focus is on the hips. Everything works together to allow those rotations to happen. From the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. Then massage. Antiao massage, lower back. Hip rotations in the other direction. Palm over palm again. Into lower dantian massage. Switch which hand is on top and massage in the other direction. Then we'll rest the hands, the palms lightly on the knees for knee rotations. First round, keeping the heels connected to the floor. Then massaging the kneecaps down on the inside and up on the outside. Knee rotations in the other direction again, heels connected. A little bit of a squat, keeping the back straight, neck straight. Not stopping at the bottom of the circle or the top of the circle, letting it be continuous. And massaging kneecaps down on the outside, up on the inside. And going a little bit lower, letting the heels come up off the floor. Massaging down the legs. Knee rotations the other direction. Then massage up the insides of the legs. Feet back together, interlace the fingers, push down in front. Circle back towards upper dantian, eyes following the hands. Pushing up. Relaxing. Pushing up, extending through the front of the body. Eyes up. Back to center. And pushing up again. Center, and then we'll push up to the right, extending through the left side of the body. Back to center, pushing up to the right. Center, up to the right. Center, up to the left. Center, up to the left. center, and up to the left. Back to center, folding from the hua, and circles down in front of us, down past middle dantian, lower dantian, down the legs, past the feet, back into upper dantian. And then pushing down in front, pushing down outside the right little toe, pushing down outside the left little toe, grasping elbows, grasping ankles, massaging down the legs, patting down the legs, coming back up, and we'll get a round of kicks in, protecting the back, hands on the shoe kidney points, and kicking with the heels. Nice snap on the way out, and then gently bringing the foot back down to the floor. Then kicking with the toes down the top of the leg. Then we'll do chin to toe. Leg out at an angle, grasp elbows, fold at the hua, circles down the leg, up the toe, back towards ourselves, by hook pointing forward, back straight. Then reaching with 10 fingers. Grasping the toe. Massaging. And patting down the leg. Protecting the back on the way up. Locking it off. And other side. Left leg out, lying the torso, grasping the elbows, folding. Chin and toe are aligned. Tongue is touching lightly. Eyes looking into the floor to make these circles. Reaching with 10 fingers. Massage. And pat down the leg. Checking the back on the way up. Walk it off. And we're back over to the right side. On the torso, 6 fingers, 3 on each hand, fold at the paw, reaching. And keeping the chin toe aligned, eyes floor, Fingers floor, by way forward, back straight, neck straight. 2 fingers. Breathing into it. Grasping the toe. And massage. And pat. Finding the back on the way up. Walking it off. Over to the left side. On the torso, 6 fingers, 3 in each hand, pulled from the wall. Reaching. Two fingers, 1 in each hand. Grasping the toe. And massage. Patting on the leg. Bending the knee, minding the back. Walk it off. Then taking the back with the hands. And kick. First heels. Snapping, and then connecting with the floor gently and mindfully. And then kicking with the toes down the top of the leg. Feet together. Right hand over left shoulder. Left hand in front of the face. And we look to the right. Relaxing. Left hand over right shoulder, right hand in front of the face. Look to the left. Relax. Right hand over left shoulder, left hand in front of the face. Look right. Relax. Left hand over the right shoulder, right hand in front of the face. Look left. Relaxing and connecting the palms over the corner of the shoulder and under the armpit. And then we'll do the arm rotations. Bending the left leg, left hand on the left thigh, thumb out. Right arm is relaxed. Comes up the front, down the back. Reversing direction so that the arm comes up the back and down the front. Pivot left heel, pivot right heel, and Left arm comes up front, down the back. Switching directions so that the arm comes up the back and down the front. Slapping massage across the back and across the top of the shoulder. Switching directions. Feet together. And then massaging in circles on the back, shu kidney points. Massaging dabao. Lower lymph nodes. Chest. In circles. A little bit off center. Other side. Massaging the shoulder scapula. Across the back. Patting. Other side. Patting. Then massaging up the fingertips past the wrist, past the shoulder. Being sure to get all the way to the ends of the fingertips. Turning the arm over, massaging down. Other side, massaging up. Fingertips, wrist, elbow, shoulder. And down on the inside, the bottom, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertips, including the thumb. Shake it out. Letting the fingers be loose, wrists be loose, elbows be loose, shoulders be loose. Then we'll massage the fingertips to fingertips, with the fingertips meeting each other one at a time, and then passing the webbing one at a time, and passing the wrist one at a time. Other side. Massaging the palm, gong. Then massaging out to the ends of the fingers. Other side, massaging the palm. And massaging out to the ends of the fingers. The hands aren't already warm, give them a little bit extra warm up, and then massage the back of the neck. Other side. And then the front of the neck, massaging from the collarbone past the chin, using the finger and the hugu. Other side. Cradling with the opposite hand and arm. Massaging the temple. Corners of the eyes. Corners of the nose. The mouth. Other side. Ears. And then massaging in a V in front and back of the ear. And then covering the ears with the palms and tapping with the fingers. Wash face, comb hair. Standing with the feet together. Shoulders relaxed. Combing with the fingers. Past the neck, face, up over the top of the head, around the back of the head, and getting rid of any stale, stagnant, tired chi. A few combs through. And once all that is out of the way, can complete the sphere. Then we'll stretch the inside of the leg out, bending the left leg and letting the right leg extend, extending the right arm, looking down the right arm, forming a claw with the left hand. Switching sides, extending the left leg, extending the left arm, claw with the right hand. Back to center, massaging up the insides of the legs. Walking the feet towards each other. And we'll do walking kicks, protecting the back, kicking with the heel first. Then kicking with the toe. Then connecting across the Achilles tendon with the top of the foot. And walking meditation. Okay. Can transition with the bow and look at some movement details for today. So today we're covering movements 43 to 47, which is a good chunk of information. I won't go through all of last week's movements to have time to cover off on everything this week, but last week we ended with 42, which is store chi. We were facing this direction. The right hand was fingers together underneath the navel, so the pointer finger was under the navel. Left hand, fingers spread, middle finger above the navel, and we shoulder wide shook And then relaxed, letting the shoulders relax, letting the weight descend through the body into the floor, being still, and then shaking again and relaxing for just as long as we were shaking for. Eyes are soft. Shake and relax. And then we grasp chi. So movement number 43, the right hand comes up to the collarbone, the thumb dragging along the body, and then reaches out, fingers leading the way, forms a loose fist, comes back in below the navel, and drags up the body. Then the left hand does the same thing, comes up the front of the body, reaches out, loose fist, in and up. And as we're doing this, the reaching is slow. Then we form the fist, and then coming in and up is faster. And this happens 10 times. Skipping ahead, just say 9, 10. Then the elbow drops, and the pinky comes down the front of the body, reaches out slowly, and then in quickly. Down the front of the body, pinky dragging along the body, in. Same loose fist. This time, the pinky side of the hand is what's coming into contact with the body. 9, 10. And then, usually if you're practicing in a group, it's a good time to pause right here in case people got out of sync as they were doing the grasping chi. And then when you see the leader in the front corner opening up their fingers, start following along and spiral the hands past the neck, past the face, up, and big ball of chi reaching into the sky with round relaxed arms, coming down, holding at the hua. So that the hands are less than a foot out from the feet, but not just right next to the feet. The arms are still engaged. And then turreting the torso so that you're looking down outside of the left hand or left foot. Right hand comes up on top of the left hand and massaging the ball from the left to the right. And this alone could spend several weeks on. Once you massage to the right, turning the ball over, massaging back to the left, back to center. And we'll stop there. That's 47 through 47. And before I go and do it facing this direction, I want to demonstrate the loose fist. You can see through the fist. It's not that loose, but you do make a fist, and there should be a little bit of space in there. Should be able to see light coming through. Don't want to do it too tight. It's not a clenched fist like you're going to hit something. And one way to find that loose fist is to play with the idea of the air being viscous. So if you push your hands towards each other, you can feel the air kind of compressing or whooshing around the hands as you do that. And you can find that quality just grasping as well, looking for that feeling of air moving around the hands and fingers. And then as you bring the fist together and squeeze air out of the fist, you leave just a little bit of room for the air in there as you're grasping. And then as you come down, it's first the pointer finger and thumb side that comes in, and up the stomach meridian. Same thing on the other side. Loose fist, up stomach meridian, and then drops the elbow down the stomach meridian, out, in for 44, palm up, grasp chi. So there's that loose fist, and then the massaging the ball is something that is just as difficult to grasp as the air being viscous, in the way that you have the hands aligned with each other. There's a lot of alignment to check in on as you're doing the massaging the ball. So the palms are aligned with each other, and the idea there is that they're connected. However far apart they are as you're doing that massage, the palms are connected to each other. Lagong are connected to each other. And you want the wrists to remain straight as you're doing the massage, so that the chi doesn't get kinked or blocked in the wrist, that it can flow through the hand, through the forearm entirely. And that's why as you're doing the massage, or you might see people doing the massage and their elbows are moving a lot, it's to keep the wrists straight as they do that massage. So it winds up engaging the elbows and shoulders. And if you got an elbow or shoulder project, then obviously do whatever modifications you need to do to have the palms feel aligned. Always filling in what the body can't do with the mind. And as that alignment is happening between the palms and the massaging is happening inward, it's always an inward massage. That inward massage is pointed at lower dantian. So as we come around, no matter how far bent over you are, if you're not bent over much at all, you're massaging in towards lower dantian. And in that case, it's almost easier to see that you're massaging in towards lower dantian. When you're folded over, it's hard to see that you're massaging into lower dantian and you're not massaging into the pelvis or the thighs, but it's always into lower dantian. The core is engaged as you're folded, and you're really giving all that condensed chi into lower dantian, both ways across the dimeridian. Another way of thinking about the massaging is to put your hand over a table, and just with your hand over the table, make circle motions. And that'll give you an idea of how the elbow and wrist stay aligned with each other through that. Just something to play with. And another thing that you can think about as you're doing both holding the ball and massaging the ball is, like I've mentioned throughout the form, you have a thread of consciousness where you're kind of moving the chi through your body, or exploring the channels in your body, exploring all of your body mentally while you're going through these physical movements. Whether you're thinking about the chi of it, or just the nuts and bolts of how all the muscles, tendons are working together, the blood is flowing, your nervous system is testing its ends and feeling more than it's felt before. However you connect with your body and mind throughout the form, generally it explores the entire body. So that plays into the idea of contact juggling, where as you're massaging, you're maintaining that contact between the hands. And that's one way of thinking about the connection between them. If you don't necessarily feel a connection between your hands, but you want to explore that idea of them being connected without imagining something, you can just play with distributing your consciousness and awareness to both of the hands at once as they're massaging in tandem with each other. And it's kind of like the idea of, is it patting your tummy and massaging your head, or circles on the head and patting? I don't know. It's one of those things where you're doing multiple things at once, so it helps your consciousness expand. I think that's how it works for me. Or something I like to play with while I'm doing the form. Okay, so enough theory crafting. I'll demonstrate this week's movements again, facing this direction, since normally we don't get to see it that way. And then we can do the form together. So at the end of last week, we were doing movement number 42, store chi. So we had brought our lower right hand under the navel with the fingers connected, left hand above the navel with the fingers spread. Shoulders relaxed, nice deep breath, getting to that zeroed out place. And we shake and relax. Shake, relax. Shake, relax. And after those 3 shakes with the periods of relaxation lasting as long as the shakes lasted, then we'll go into movement number 43, grasping chi. So the hand actually brushes up the front of the body, up the stomach meridian, until the thumb is underneath the collarbone. Then the fingers come out, and fingers lead the way. Rest of the arm is along for the ride till the edge of the extension of the arm. Similar to how when we're at the start of the form, reaching out, you're just looking for that extension, that edge, and then grasping, and then quickly in, just below the navel on the right side, and then up the stomach meridian. And the shoulder ideally is relaxed. The elbow is aligned with it. It's on the same plane as it, same distance from the floor. And it's not forward or back, but just to the side, so that the circle that the space in the hand as it got drug up the stomach meridian comes to rest under the collarbone, and that hole in your hand, the loose fist is pointing in underneath the collarbone. Then on the left side, same thing, thumb connects collarbone, reaches out, loose fist, quickly in and up. Then that happens another 8 times. We'll call this 9 and 10. And the fact that it happens 10 times is a good way to see how attentive you are with your just staying in the form as you're going through it. It's easy to have your mind wander as you're doing something repetitive 10 times in a row. But if you can be fully engaged with your body as you go through all 10 of those reaches, and then the same thing with the grasping chi, palms up, pinky comes down the stomach meridian in contact with the body, and then the hand comes out and up, arcing up, grasping chi, and then in so that the pinky lands under the collarbone. Again, the hole is open. Left reaches out, grasps, comes in. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. No, it comes down, up, and in 10 times. Gotta pay attention or you won't know what you're doing. 9, 10. And then another good place to just like pause for a moment and check in that you're relaxed in your breathing, your tongue is touching lightly, your gaze is soft, absorbing all the peripheral vision, and then fingers uncurl, and then the hands spiral past the neck and face, up to the sky, reaching up. Eyes are looking up as we reach up. And then big ball of chi folding at the hua, down outside the feet, and then we hold the ball, bring the right hand on top of the left hand, and then massage from the left side to the right side, and it's 10 massages. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then turning the ball over, contact juggling, making sure not to drop the chi. and massaging back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we massage twice to the center. 9, 10. Coming up and close. So another details we're massaging is what the eyes are doing, and the eyes are watching in between the hands, and that's another thing that helps connect the hands is just looking at them as they're massaging in tandem with each other towards lower dantian, is having the eyes in focus on the hands. I feel like there's so many details to go into with this stuff. It always helps when people ask questions because then it's easier to know what details to go into because there's just so much to cover between grasping chi and massaging the ball. These are two movements with so much fine detail hidden inside of them. So as always, just play with it, have fun, enjoy whatever sensations it brings you, modify it so that you're working at 70% better than 80%, better than 90%. Always dial it back, and you'll find more room to play in the softness of not always being at the very edge of your ability. And I'll leave the details at that, and we can do the form together. So let's do 3 bows to get in the headspace for the form. Bowing first to each other, thanking each other for coming together, even across time, since this gets recorded. And then another bow, thanking our teachers. And one more bow, thanking the world for the space to do the form. And then if there's any extra little warm-up you want to do, give it to the form, extra wiggle, gotta loosen up. Let it all out and find your space and place and space, and get feet parallel, shoulder wide next to each other. Just preparing for the form, relaxing the shoulders down through the body, baihui open to the sky, stretching up into the sky. Arms loose at the sides, tongue touching lightly. And begin. Full length of paw, arms down the sides of the legs, scooping through the ground, opening to the sky. Coming back into lower dantian. Pushing with the fingers, arms following along, turning over, setting the wings. And expel. Pushing, setting, and expel. Hands up over the head, elbows apart, fingers interlace. Push up with the hands, looking up. Pushing down outside the left. Pushing down outside the right. Staying down. Fingers come apart. Push past the feet. Rock forward. Rock back. Form claw. Above collarbone. Macrocosmic orbit. Swoop. Flat. 3 times. Putting the left foot down. Right foot's on a journey. Forms a claw. Hits above the collarbone. Left hand macrocosmic orbit. Swoop. And flat. Right foot down. Left hand aligned with lower dantian. We come up and stir chi. We have hands like clouds. On the fourth one, the right hand comes up, rinse waist, raise single wing. Wrapping, head and ear. Then drag moon from water. Turn around. Stepping forward. Pushing down on the left leg. Pushing down on the right leg. We start to flutter. Fluttering up. Sides, behind us. Looking out over the water. And then we pat the water. Then we drink water. 2, 3, and then we look at the sky, arms come around, and land on lower dantian to store chi. Shake, relax. Shake, relax. Shake, relax. Grasping chi, this week's movements. Eyes watching the hand as it comes out, and then returning to the horizon as it comes in. Nine, 10. Grasp chi palms up. 9, 10. Uncurl the fingers. Spiraling up. Coming around to the left, massaging the ball. Turning the ball over, massaging back. Then massaging to center. Coming up. Storing. Then another big ball for standing meditation. Okay. Coming up, palms to upper dantian, down the front of the body. Pausing at lower dantian, absorbing, and continue on. Palms to Huan Tiao, Hugu of Huan Tiao. Expel. Claws come to the back. Claws loosen and shake. And find space for the 7 steps that are about to happen. Relaxing. Shake. Relaxing shake. One last shake. Then first of the 7 steps, gliding. Five, 6, 7. Fluttering and lower dantian. Turning around, fluttering up. All right, fly up. Number 7. Fluttering to lower dantian, pivoting left heel, pivoting right heel, fluttering up to the sides, forward, and then we search for food. Food. Number 7. Palms over the knees, lower dantian, pivot left heel, pivot right heel, and we build a nest. First time on the right side, twice on the right side, forward, left, forward, fingers pointing all the way down. Left heel comes down, pivot on the left heel. Right foot swings around to be even with the left foot. Fluttering up off the heels, fluttering to upper dantian, past the face, past the neck, chest, lower dantian. And sleep. Heels come down. We come up. Close. Walking meditation. Okay, that's it. Thank you for practicing. Thanks to all of the teachers who preserved the form through the generations. Thanks to the form itself for all of its lessons. And thanks for the world to do all this flapping around in. So thank you for joining. Looks like we're good for Saturday by the forecast. And if we don't get to practice in real life, I'll see you again right back here next Wednesday or whenever you wind up tuning in to the recording. So let me know if you have any questions on grasping chi or massaging the ball. I know that these are very Detailed movements. There's a lot to them. So if you got questions or insights as you're exploring them, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know about it. Okay, till next week. Thanks. Bye.